Warning, this is not a spoiler-free zone. Okay, guys, we had a really big week this week, or at least I did, because I had Me and Thee, Dare You to Death, and of course, Forever You Part 2. So let's get into it. Welcome to my channel. I'm Naomi, and I can't talk about what happened last week in the news, but I can tell you what I'm watching. Me and V is driving me insane. The show is driving me insane because I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what the genre is. Because I feel like they promised us something in the pilot and in the teaser and the preview for this. Oh, the trailer. In the trailer and in the first episodes, they promised us something that they have yet to deliver. The only time we saw Thea use his gun, he was using it because Peach was in danger. He wasn't in danger. I cannot believe we still haven't seen the danger. In this one, they say the words, "When I'm allowed to love." Allowed to love. They are not allowed to love. And why? What is the danger? What is keeping them from loving? I don't know. I need a reason. He is a character. He's very unique. He's himself. He's so funny because his jealousy is legitimately funny because it's always ridiculous. He hasn't been jealous about anything serious yet. It's always been like, oh my god, I didn't get a souvenir from Peach's trip. Baby, you were on his trip. When you're on the trip with someone, they tend to not bring you a souvenir. William is gone. Excuse me, his name is Rome. Rome left, and I hope it's not for the entire series. I hope he's not gone forever. He left and said when he's allowed to love, he'll hurry back so he can love Mock. But that is crazy to me. These are grown men in their 20s. How come they can't love? They cannot say, I'm not allowed to love, without showing me why. They're not showing us the big bad. I keep coming back to it because everything else is there. The beautiful relationship between Peach and his sister. He came out to his sister, and because he did that, we know more about him, and his sister knows more about him. He said that this is the first guy he's ever fallen for. That's something new we didn't know about. When he was like, I have plans tonight, and then B invited himself to his plans. Him being at a dark room and being like, I have something special planned tonight for the dark room that he does weekly is so interesting about Peach. He doesn't know what to do with Thee, just like Thee doesn't know what to do with him. Thee only knows what to do with him based on what he's been told by soap operas. I don't get that because his parents are in love and they seem to have a very beautiful romance. I don't know, but I think that his parents have a romance. I think that his father seems to still be in love with his mother. I was trying to wonder if father just takes care of her because she's different now because of an accident, and that accident is why they're not allowed to love. That Thee's mom was dressed like she's a 1920s flapper, and I found that very interesting. I was like, go ahead, have your own style, dig it. Instead of getting extra security, Rome has never had a birthday party. Thea is powerful. We've seen him shoot. We've seen him defend Peach. If he can do that, what is so bad that he needs Mock? Rome is so clearly in love with Mock. And Thea also knows that Rome is in love with Mock. But he's not allowed to love? But do it on the TV and have Thea go, that's the guy who's been fighting my dad for 30 years. And then we could be like, that's why you can't love. But right now, having them not be able to love when nothing dangerous is happening, I don't understand. They promised us that Thea was in some sort of mafia, but he doesn't seem to be. We see all of these security guards around him. Why? The danger they showed us in this episode was danger from before Rome was born. I hope they don't think that's enough. Too long ago for me to be like, yep, you should never love, you should never celebrate a birthday. I have a feeling that the picture that Peach took of Rome and Thea is their only photo. Because of all of this danger, because of all the things that they can't do, because of all the rules. Why? Another show that I watched was Dare You to Death. You guys are probably like, wow, she's such a GMM TV girl. I really don't know anything about these companies besides the fact that they release these shows. I'm not involved in any sort of drama or politics because I'm involved with the drama and politics of Hollywood, and that is enough. So what I also watched for today was Dare You to Death. and I really loved it. I'm a June, and I think I am biased when it comes to June and Dunk shows. I love them. The fact that we got a second one in 2025 is very big for me. And also, I was really glad that the dynamic of the pairing was different than we've seen them before. The first thing that I knew instantly that made Dare You to Death different from their other shows is the instant that they saw each other and their eyes met. I knew that they were into each other. The instant. That made it a lot of fun. They instantly were like, "Yep, that's the one. That's the one I want." And I'm like, "Okay." In the past, Jun and Dunk's shows have pretended that they are not hot or they're not into each other instantly. There's all this mystery. Not this time. The minute the card window went down and they looked at each other, you knew that they were into each other, and that was a lot of fun. I've never played Spin the Bottle, and I don't know if that means I don't have the experience to talk about the case. It begins with a bunch of college friends just playing Spin the Bottle. Suspect number 1, Jay, is I don't know their character names, so June and Dunk it is. The first thing that I really enjoyed about the case is that suspect 1, Jay, is June's character's little brother. So he's instantly like, my brother is here? He's being questioned? What?
ถ้าน้องผมเนี่ยมีส่วนเกี่ยวข้องกับคดีจริงผมจะดำเนินคดีตามกฎหมายเอง
I guarantee you my brother is not involved. I don't think his brother is involved, but it's going to be really interesting as they investigate this case, whether his brother remains uninvolved or if his brother has a dark side that he just doesn't know about yet. Something I really liked about the first episode is that they both talk about what kind of cop they each are. And I have to say that when it comes out what kind of cop they are, I bet you anything is when they're going to be deep in the case together. And they have to decide together, but they're such different cops. So I'm really excited for that to happen. They're already flirting and we're just in episode 1. That made me so happy because, as you know, in other shows, Duggan's been like, I like you, and June's been like, have a safe flight. So I'm glad those days are over and behind us and that they're not playing kids. They're not in college. They're adults now. They're playing adult characters. I really didn't expect for them to be flirting and into each other in the first episodes because they're such opposites. But I think that from figuring it out as competition, they're going to work together to solve this by the end of the season. I'm really excited about that. The thing about Dunk's character is he is very upright. He hasn't spent the last few years in Thailand. He doesn't know who the power players are. He doesn't care who the power players are, and that's going to make him a really fun character. He is morally right. He just wants to do his job. I know he went to law school, so is he an inspector? What does that mean? Is that a detective? That's what I'm assuming, but I don't know.
นั่นเป็นลูกสอสอรัตนะ
แล้วไงยังไงผมก็อยากรู้ความจริง
He doesn't care, but June does, and he's very, 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 very involved in June, so he needs to play a little bit more ball with the politics, with this power struggles, with the power plays. But I don't know if he will, and that's going to be another problem between them, because we don't want Dunk to get June in trouble. They are not equals. They're going to be partners in this, but their characters are not equals. It'd be really fun to not just watch them fall in love, because it is going to be fun, because they're such different characters and either of them have played before. I don't know if it's a dirty police precinct. They probably bend over to help people who have power and money. We'll see what happens, and we'll see how these two investigate this case.
สารวัตรคิดอะไรกับผมบ้าง
Next is Fourever You Part 2. We're back in college. As much as I was like, oh, thank God they're out of school. And I'm fine with that, being back in school with this cast. But not just with this cast, but these characters. I really liked Fourever You Part 1. I really liked the journey, and I was really interested in Fa and Typhoon when I was watching it. In Season 1, Fa is his normal, lovely self. He's one of the hot 4. Like, those 4, they went to my college. That's crazy. I don't even know how you concentrate. Fa and Typhoon are in Season 1, and I'm a really big fan of both of them. They play great friends to both sets of couples. And the thing about them is that they very clearly had a backstory, because there was one time they were like, Fa, can you go pick up these kids? And Fa says no, and they were surprised. And he says, I'm tired of being ignored. But the one who's ignoring him is Typhoon. We've seen Typhoon hide from him. Episode 1 doesn't tell us why. Like, it tells us a little bit, because the first thing Typhoon does is lie to Fa about his sister Fun being alive. Get it? His parents got very angry and they fought all the time when Fun died. Typhoon is really afraid that if he tells Fa about his sister Fun being dead, Fa's going to get angry and leave him the way his parents divorced it. I was someone to tell Typhoon that marriages rarely survive the loss of a child. So the fact that he's taken it on himself and it's given him such fear and he can't let it go. It's sad to me though that Foon is going to push Fa away to keep this secret. He is texting with him on Fun's old phone. I'm like, isn't this worse for you, Foon, than it is for Fa? He hasn't even seen Fun for years, 4 years. He didn't even know Fun was dead.
ฝุ่นดูแปลกไปอ่ะแปลกจนน่าเป็นห่วงไม่รู้สิหรือเราอาจจะคิดมากไปเองก็ได้
He only wanted to talk to Fun, to ask Fun what was wrong with Foon because he knows something is up. And that's something that I think that Foon is ignoring. He's not ignoring, but it's not getting through to him. What's really sad about Typhoon's fear that Fa will get angry at him is that he has to know that when Fa realizes that his sister is dead, he's going to feel terrible. All the times he brought Typhoon's sister up, not realizing that this is a scar on Typhoon's heart. His sister not being there is not only a scar on his heart in terms of his grief, his sister not being there is a scar on his heart because he lost his family. No one would be angry for those reasons. If you said, actually, my sister is dead, he would feel so bad for you and he would feel so awkward. He wouldn't feel like, oh my God, you lied to me, I'm pissed, I'll never talk to you again. That's just not how anyone would feel in this situation. And we know enough about Fa from season 1 that there's just no way. There's no way Fa's going to feel that way. He's someone who really cares about his friends and he's really loyal and he's very helpful. And finding out that he has been asking about someone who's dead is going to hurt him. Not just because his friend is dead, but every time he brought Fun up, he knows that he hurt Typhoon. That's going to be sad. Okay, so in the preview for Fourever You, Part 2 for next week is that Johan will be back, and he's my favorite from the first season. So Johan will be back, which means North will be back. I'm not quite clear. I don't know if it's a companion or a sequel. We'll see. My only problem with the show so far is that Fa's hair is different from what it was like last season. And I know it's just me and my thing, but I miss his dyed hair from last season. It's sad that that's gone. But it can't be concurrent if his hair is different. And I prefer the hair from last season. But of course I do. Look at me. Me and Thee has to give me the villain. Me and Thee has to tell me why we have all these rules. To Dare You to Death just has to continue what it's doing with June. I love that he was like drunk and he was cute and he was adorable. I hope we get more of that. And for Fourever You Part 2, I hope that the reason he's avoiding Fa isn't stupid. So far it isn't. So far they really figured out how to give us a heartbreaking story. But last season I was like, what could it even be? This has been the BL Script Desk. I'm Naomi, and enjoy these clips of Fa Season 1 with his dyed hair.